Hey guys, Psychic Pictures here. Today is January 3rd, 2017. Um, so today I pretty much was just relaxing the entire time. I got an episode of Splatoon done, and I got an episode of another one of the Let's Plays done. So that's really all that happened today. So, um, that would be the end of the vlog, but as I said in an earlier vlog, I do have something that I can go and do. So, I have a stack of games here that I've completed on my channels. Completed. Not partially played and then stopped. Like Conker's Bad Fur Day, Tales of Xillia, and things like that. These have actually been completed on my channels. On one of my channels, at least. So, the first one up is Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. Why? I don't know exactly. Because what it is pretty much taking photos in a strategic way. And I know that isn't new, but back in the day it was very new, if I remember correctly. I didn't remember any photography games back when the N64 was out. But this is the only one that I knew about that was a photography game, and since it was Pokemon, I jumped on it right away because I was in a Pokemon high at that point. And it turned out to be very good. From the beach, to the tunnel, to the volcano, to the river, to the cave, what are the others? The valley, and Rainbow Cloud. I think that's all of them. I enjoyed all of them. Out of all of them, I think the most difficult one to get a very good picture on would be actually Rainbow Cloud. Because you have to go and do a bunch of stuff to even get a picture of Mew. Then you need to hit it with a Pester Ball, and then get it in the middle of the frame while it does its pose for like 2 seconds, and then it disappears again, and you have to start all over. And you can get 10,000 points on that, but it's very difficult to do. I got close with like 9,600 and 9,800 or something like that, but I never got the 10,000 one. But overall, I like how strategic Pokemon Snap was, rather than just being, oh, snap a picture of it, it's good. It's more so, how can you go and manipulate the Pokemon in a way that would be best for the picture? Like, for example, on the beach, there's a Kangaskhan that has its back turned. In order to get it to face you, you have to hit it with something, either an apple or a Pester Ball. Well, the apple's called Pokemon food in there, but I'm going to call it an apple, because that's what it is. You pretty much throw an apple or a Pester Ball at it, and then it turns around and makes an angry face at you. Once it gets its angry face on, then you can take a picture of it, and Professor Oak approves. Things like that. And then some of the Pokemon are actually very cryptic to get, actually. Like, for example, Scyther. You can get Scyther in this game. You can take a picture of Scyther in this game, but you need to hit a very specific point in the bushes in order to go in the bushes in the beach in order to actually get the picture of Scyther. Another Pokemon that could actually be very cryptic. Actually, I think one of them is Zapdos. It's not too cryptic on how to get it, but it's not as hard as Scyther to get. But once you get the Pokeflute and your Pokemon apples, you need to lure a Pikachu to a certain egg and have it use Thunderbolt which occurs when you play the Poke Flute, in order to hatch Zapdos. And different things like that. Scyther is definitely the hardest to get. And then there is Gyarados. Gyarados, you need to throw a Pester Ball at the water in the valley, make a Magikarp appear to go get hit by a Mankey, flung all the way to where the dancing Graveler are, and I do show that in my Let's Plays. I show it where they are, but I don't show it off. And then you just Pester Ball Magikarp so he bounces all the way across the water into the waterfall and turns into a Gyarados. And then you can throw Pester Balls at it and have a good picture too. I actually think Pokemon Snap is a very good game. It may be a photography game, and it may be a little out of its time right now, but I still think it's worth it. Because the controls are really smooth, button presses are almost instant, and you get a bunch of strategy in order to get good pictures. And you'll need that strategy in order to progress further, because sometimes it's, oh, take a picture of this Pokemon, of this amount of Pokemon, and you're good. Sometimes it's you have to get a certain amount of points in order to get to the next level. And at other points, you need to find a certain area inside the latest level you obtained in order to go to the next level. For example, the tunnel. You need the apple in order to throw to a certain electrode, watch it explode, and a wall crumbles, revealing the path to the volcano. So things like that happen in Pokemon Snap. I've got a lot of memories with this thing, and I don't think it's going to leave my favorites list for quite some time. For quite a while. Because even though it is on the N64, I still think the controls are pretty smooth. Everything that I do in the game is pretty standard. And everything else about it checks out. The graphics are pretty good for the N64, and you get more personality out of the Pokemon, rather than just for a Bulbasaur or for a Jinx. You get more personality out of them other than that. And you can get superb pictures of different Pokemon, mostly Pikachu. What I mean by superb photos is, if you take a photo of Pikachu, it's not nearly as good as a Pikachu riding on a surfboard, or a Pikachu on a ball, or two Pikachu doing Thunderbolt on a stump. Things like that. And there's also Meowth getting whirlwinded, getting hit by Gust by Pidgey, and different things like that. And Pokemon Snap has a lot of them that you have to do for that. But I think that's it for Pokemon Snap. And that's it for my review of it. I could go into much more detail into it, but I think that's more saved for a actual review of Pokemon Snap. I'm probably not going to do those for a very long time, because I honestly don't have the time for it right now. But I would like to go and start doing video game reviews, which I'm actually kind of thinking of doing after every single Let's Play, because I have the entire thing recorded. but I'm not sure about that. If the reviews after the recordings will actually come out. I don't think they are. But it would be a cool idea if I could do that. But that's it for the review of Pokemon Snap. So, without further ado, this has been Psychic Pictures, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.